Is there anything better than the first cup of tea of the day? I really don't think there is. Good morning and welcome to Vlogmas Day 1. How are we all doing? I think it's fair to say that this Vlogmas isn't going to be what we might have all hoped it would have been. Oh, I think a lot of people's Vlogmases are going to be like this. There won't be an awful lot of out and about, I don't think. This is the third time I've recorded this intro. It has turned into me having a massive rant on all three occasions, or both the previous occasions, and I'm hoping this one won't, but I feel like it's, whilst I half want to avoid this COVID situation, half of me feels it's disingenuous to not mention the state of the nation, if you like, whilst doing honest daily vlogs. And yeah, the state of the nation. We are being plunged from lockdown here in England to a tier system. The town that I live in made the national news on Saturday evening for having the lowest rate of COVID cases per 100,000 people in the country, but still going into tier 2. I don't want to go on about it too much. It will turn ranty and I want to try and avoid that. And there are people in a lot, you know, there's 30 million odd people in England in tier 3, which is even more draconian. It's just lockdown by another name. I can't imagine how the government thought we wouldn't figure that out, because we're not stupid, are we? But just suffice to say, I just want to make a few little points about this, and then I'm going to leave it and we'll get back to Vlogmasy stuff. The first point is that in my tier 2, I am allowed to go to a football match with 2,000 other people. I'm allowed to go to the theatre with 1,000 other people, but I'm not allowed to pop round and see one friend for a socially distanced cup of coffee for half an hour. Not allowed to do that. Does that make sense? Absolutely hell no, it does not. Second point I'd like to make is that, I think I've said this before, is that I think the mental health, the toll this is taking on people's mental health, people like, for example, my mother, and I'm only using my mother as an example because she's somebody I know. I know there are a lot of people in a lot worse situations than this, so please don't imagine that I'm just thinking about my family in this. My mother, who's looked after my father every day for years, you know, and having done another month of lockdown, is now coming out of that into tier 2, is not able to take half an hour off from looking after my father and go around and have a cup of coffee with a friend, or pop out to a cafe with a friend, just to let off steam for half an hour and decompress from the very hard job of looking after my father. But she could go to a football match with 2,000 people. How can that be right? It's just not, is it? The second or the third point I'd like to make is that I'm bloody glad that there's a large rebel group of Tory MPs voting against this, or intending to vote against this, because it has come to the stage that I don't feel comfortable with the curbs on our lives that are ongoing with no end date. And the final point I'd like to make is that whilst I think COVID is a real thing, I'm not a conspiracy theorist by any stretch, and I do believe that COVID is a real virus. I would just like to say that the average age of people who have died in the UK of COVID, or with COVID as our government likes to say, is 82. The average age of life expectancy in the UK is 81. So let's think about that for a second, while we're stopping people from spending time with their families and friends and pushing small businesses under and causing so much unemployment. Just think about that. Right, I've said my bit. I'm aware that by talking about this I am inviting differing opinions in the comments, which is absolutely fine. We are all entitled to have different opinions, and that is absolutely fine. Nobody is right, nobody is wrong, it's all just opinion, including me, obviously. So let's just, if we're going to discuss it, let's just be respectful of everybody else's opinion. Right, let's go on to more jolly stuff. Today is Monday. I like the fact that Vlogmas filming begins on a Monday. That feels nice. It appeals to my Virgo sense of organisation and everything being right with the world. It's about 9:30. Yes, I've now been trying to record this since 9 o'clock. And what's on today? A day at home, unsurprisingly. I would like to get out for a walk later on, but I've got the window cleaner coming at some point, and a coffee table delivery, I think, coming at some point. So I'm not sure I will be able to get out for a walk, depending on when those two things happen. What else is happening? I've got my book club Zoom meeting. We're having our first video chat about the book. We usually discuss it in the Facebook group, but we're having a video chat. I think there's about half a dozen of us meeting for that. It's been organised by one of our members, Karen. So thank you to Karen for that. If you want to join my book club, there is a link in the description box down there to the Facebook group. So do come along and join us if you are a reader. I think that's it happening today, so I'm going to go and get stuck into some work for a bit, and I will catch up with you again later. It is 11:15 and I'm just making myself a coffee ready for book club discussion. I'm just frothing some milk with this. Let me turn you around so you can see it. I had on my Christmas list actually a milk frother, and the cheapest ones I'd seen were on Amazon. They were about £40 and I really fancied one, and I was in Lidl with my mum last week when I went to Bournemouth, and this was in there and it was £10. £10, I tell you. So I bought it immediately. I did check with Ashley, he hadn't bought me the one off my Christmas list first. I'm not having wine for breakfast, that just happens to be there. And yes, I bought this, I tried it, and I really like it. So I make frothy milk. I've just made some. I'm using skimmed milk just to use it up. I usually use green milk, which is semi-skimmed, but I happen to have some red milk, which is skimmed, which doesn't froth so well, but that's still pretty good, I reckon. Oh, that's not so good, is it? But there's quite a... Let me pop you up here for a second, and I'll pop the froth into my coffee, and you can see it. Right, there we are. Look at how fabulous and frothy that is. That's like a proper frothy coffee. So I'm very taken with my frothy coffee making milk machine at the moment. £10, I don't think that's bad at all. As I said, I got it in Lidl. It was only about a week ago, so if you want them, they're probably still in there, possibly. Who knows? I assume it's one of those things that they just sell occasionally, but yeah, really good. And as I say, the only ones I could find other than that were about 40 quid on Amazon. So if you're in the market for a frothy or a milk frother, Lidl, you could do worse than Lidl. Well, that morning went quickly. It's 10:01. It's not so nice outside now. Look, it's clouded over. I really feel like I should get out for a walk this afternoon. I'm going to go and find some lunch. I think I've got some leftover pea and ham soup that I bought from Lidl last week, which was really nice. So I'm going to have that, and I'm going to watch last night's I'm a Celebrity while I have that. I have really enjoyed I'm a Celebrity this year. I haven't watched it for the last few years, and I decided to watch it this year. A, because we're in lockdown, or because we're in lockdown, and there's very little else to do other than watch television, and B, because it was going to be set in Wales, so B, too. Oh god. Yeah, it was going to be set in Wales, and it was going to be a bit different also, because I knew quite a lot of the celebrities. Usually it's people I've never heard of, but I have really enjoyed it. I've loved the fact they've all got on so well. It's been quite uplifting, that I think we all need. We were saying in a book club Zoom meeting, which incidentally was really good. We had 5 of us, which was a good number in terms of everybody being able to speak and not talking over each other and stuff. And we discussed the book and then had a little chat. It was really lovely. So thank you to all of you who joined in on that. It was Jackie and Sandra and Karen and Tina. It was lovely to meet you all. So yeah, that was good. But I digress. Yes, it's we were all saying in the book club Zoom that we all need uplifting books at the moment. We need to read nice stuff, not too challenging, not too dark, not too awful. And I feel like I'm a Celebrity has just completely been that for me this year. It's been lovely. I've laughed out loud at some of it. I've you know, really found that the moments of them bonding really touching, and I've just really enjoyed it. So yeah, and we've been watching a lot of television recently actually, but I'll do a little bit of a TV segment a bit later and talk, because I need some recommendations for me and Ashley. So I'm gonna go make some lunch because I'm hungry. Then I think yeah, I'll catch up with, I've still got quite a lot on my to-do list for today, just looking down at it. So the window cleaner's here at the moment, and there is the he's got an extendable pole, my window cleaner. So if that's, I just thought I want to show you that in case you can hear the swishing noise and wondered what it was. So yeah, gonna go and have some lunch and watch I'm a Celebrity, and then make a plan for the afternoon. It's about 2:45 and I've just come out for a walk. I'm a Celebrity took longer than I thought it would. It was a long episode because they've started getting rid of people now. So they do the interviews tacked on to the end, but even if you watch back on catch up, you still have to watch the adverts, or they still put the adverts in. So I did several little jobs in between watching it while the adverts run, so that was good. It's cold, it's damp, it's grey, and it's really not. I don't feel enthused about coming out for a walk, but I know that I will feel good when I've done it. I always think start the Monday as you want the week to go on. So I thought I'll force myself to do the walk today, and then maybe that makes it easier to do walking the rest of the week. I don't know. Anyway, it usually takes me about half an hour to go around the lake, so off I go. Look at how low that cloud is hanging over the lake. Oh, such a bleak day. Well, that lighting's a bit terrifying, isn't it? It's so dark, honestly. It's 10 to 4, and just let me push you back a little bit so the top of my head is in shot. It's 10 to 4, and it felt really dark as soon as I went out for my walk. I'm glad I did it, but it wasn't very enjoyable today. It was bleak and dreary and dark and damp and horrible. Not a nice day to be outside at all. However, to cheer us up, I have got some bits and pieces to show you from Beauty Expert. They've got some good offers on their website at the moment, and they asked me to pick some gifts for all the family type of thing. So I've got some bits to show you, just to let you know I did receive these for free in exchange for showing them to you on a video, which I am doing now. These, let me just get out, I've got the biggest packaging here. Let me get rid of that. And I can't find the bit of paper that tells me how much everything was. So what I will do, if you're interested in anything, I'll put the links in to the individual items as well. So, because it doesn't seem to have a price list in there or a packing thing. So let's make a start. First thing I got was this Babyliss rose gold look. Rose gold, how lovely is that? Advanced Power Styling Air Style 1000. Thought this would be a nice gift for like a daughter or niece or something like that who's just getting into doing their hair. It's got all sorts of different attachments that all do different things. It does drying, volume and shape, smoothing, curling, all sorts of different bits and pieces to play with in there, and it's rose gold, so I thought that was a really nice present. This I picked up for Ashley. Ashley has grown a lockdown beard this year, as you know. It's the first time he's ever had a beard, and he rather likes it and appears to be keeping it. So I got this. I'd never heard of this before. Who knew it was even a thing? It's beard moisturiser. I didn't know that beards needed moisturising. It's a bit like conditioner maybe, is it? It says our all-in-one beard bestseller. Conditions and softens facial hair and the skin underneath. Your beard will look healthier and feel more comfortable for you and anyone who comes near it. That's hilarious, isn't it? So I'm just going to give a quick smell. Oh, that smells nice. That's quite... It's like minty and herby. That's a really nice, very manly smell, that. I think he'll really like that. So yeah, that one I got for him. I got this set. This, I remember this was around the £9 mark, which I thought was a really good price. It's a big sized Tigi Dumb Blonde, I think it's called, isn't it? Yeah, Dumb Blonde shampoo and conditioner, and they're really good big sizes. So I'm sure any blonde lady would be very happy with that as a gift. I thought it was a good price. Nice big sizes, and yeah, I like this. Is a shampoo that I've used a lot over the years, this Dumb Blonde one, although looking at my hair at the moment it looks quite yellow, doesn't it? But yeah, nice shampoo, and I thought that was a good price. I like the fact it came in a box as well. I thought, I do like something that actually looks like a proper set, you know. Talking of sets, I just wanted to show you a couple of items from Aromatherapy Associates. They're such a nice brand for bathing, bath and shower. It's a real treat brand, you know, and probably not the sort of thing you'd necessarily buy for yourself. Just let me clip my hair back up because it's really irritating me, and I'm playing it, and it's probably playing with it, and it's probably really irritating you that I'm playing with it. Right, that's better. Not perfect, but better. Yeah, just a really nice treat brand. It's not a brand that I generally buy myself, but it's something that I do quite often put on a Christmas list or a birthday list, or if someone wants to buy me something, it's a brand that I always like. And the first one I got was this set here, which is Renew and Nourish the Rose Edit Mind, Body and Skin, it's called. And it comes in quite a nice, actually, plastic zipped pouch. You've got the rose body wash, the, hang on, I can't read that, rose hydrating body gel and renewing rose body cream. So a really nice set there, quite decent sizes as well. There's, oh hang on, there's something else in the back. Hold one moment, caller. There's a little, oh, there's lots of things. So those are the three biggish ones, really quite nice sizes for a gift set type thing as well. Then you've got a little revitalizing, hydrating rose or hydrating facial oil. That's again not a bad size. It's just in there. It's not a tiny sample, you know. It is a sample size, but it's you know, bigger than your average sample, but about the size of one of my fingers from the second knuckle upwards. Oh, and then you've got, look, 2 sheet masks as well. That's really nice. So firming, plumping and hydrating skin treatment hydrosol sheet masks. So that is a really nice set. I think that was, I want to say around the £20 mark, £25 mark. I'll put, as I say, I will put the links in below for you. This was another little mini aromatherapy set, Aromatherapy Associates set even, and this is the essential bath and shower oils. It comes in a nice box like that, and it's just got 3 of their lovely bath oils. I love their bath oils, they're so beautiful. And in here you have got the Deep Relax there, the De-Stress Your Mind, God, I need that at the moment, and the Revive Morning there. So, and their bath and shower oil. I always think nice bath and shower gifts is the type of thing that you can give anyone if you're not sure what to buy someone. A nice quality bath and shower gift always goes well, doesn't it? Now this little thing I bought for William, my son. This is a Men's Science face brush. It's Men's Science Androceuticals. So it's definitely a manly one because it says Men's Science on the front. And it's just a sort of scrubby facial brush for men's faces. William's not big into skincare. Some men are, some men aren't they? But he does get the odd breakout, and I think a little scrubby face brush may be of interest to him to make sure his face is super clean. I picked these up. I thought these would be a great little stocking filler. They are reusable makeup remover pads, and they're something that I've been meaning to try for absolutely ages. I have tried them in the past, but not for a few years, and I get through a lot of cotton wool, so if there was anything I could use that worked for me that was reusable, I thought this would be a nice gift for somebody. I like the packaging of these as well. It's sort of different colours it comes up, doesn't it? What's the word I'm looking for? Holographic, I think that is. And you've got about 4 or 5 reusable makeup pads in there. You just add water to them, apparently. Makeup remover pads even. So yeah, nice little stocking filler, that one, I thought. Finally, I got a perfume, because we all like a perfume at Christmas, don't we? I thought this one would be suitable for a teenage or girl, or perhaps a girl in their 20s. It's Versace Red Jeans, and the reason that I particularly like this was because it came in this really nice tin. I liked the packaging. Rather than a cardboard box that you throw away, I thought the tin would be good for, you could use it for makeup brushes or something afterwards, couldn't you? It's a really good size perfume. It's like that. It's quite a sweet perfume, this. I don't know if you know it, but it's definitely got a young vibe about it, I would say, personally. It's not something that... I find the smell quite pleasant, but a little bit sweet for me. I think you prefer certain scents when you're younger. Do you think you go through ages of liking certain scents? I reckon you do. But yeah, so there was that one. That was also a really good price. I think that was well under the £20 mark for the perfume in the nice tin. And that is my lovely beauty expert haul of Christmas gift goodies. My camera is not liking all the changes of light at all. It is time to unveil this Vlogmas's advent calendar of conspicuous consumption, and also my charity giveaway. This year I got myself a Liberty advent calendar. I've never had a Liberty one before, and I've always rather wanted one and always missed out. It's a very popular one. It sells out really quickly. And I managed to get in and get one, and it's just beautiful. I mean, look, just look at that picture for a start. Isn't that just so Christmassy and beautiful and lovely? And reminds me of going to London in happier times when COVID wasn't a thing. And then inside you've got this gorgeous, gorgeous sort of William Morris design, I want to say, with all the boxes in there. Sadly, today, although you are seeing this on the 1st of December, it is of course the 30th of November today, so I can't open one, but we can do a charity today. I think I mentioned in a previous video, if you didn't see it, just to run over it again, the Liberty Advent Calendar cost me £215, and I wanted to give away an equivalent amount to charity during Vlogmas. I did a similar thing a couple of years ago when I did Vlogmas, just because I think it's important to remember that there are those less fortunate than ourselves, and to, you know, nobody needs a 200 quid Liberty Advent calendar, do they? Lovely as it is to get a little surprise every day, a lot of people aren't in a position to do that. By giving away an equivalent amount of money to charity, I feel that it's a little more acceptable to... It feels better to me. It makes me feel like a better person, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So a few weeks ago, I asked you guys to nominate your charities and tell us a story, your favourite charities, and I have printed them all out and cut them up, folded them, and popped them into this, which is called Caroline's Vlogmas Charity Jar. So I'm going to make it up to £220, which means I need to pull out 22 charities from here. I think there's about 60 in the jar that you nominated, and So I need to do 22 during the 24 days of Vlogmas to make it up to the right amount of money. It's £10 a day to whichever charity comes out of the jar. And I'm going to start by pulling one out for today. And I will just come back to you. I'll unfold it and just come back to you in a second when I've got my glasses. Okay, today's nomination is from Janice Burgess, and she's told us a little story about her, the reason for her choice. And she's nominated Mind, which is a mental health charity here in the UK. I would like to nominate Mind as a charity and in memory of an ex-work colleague who lost her life so quickly and unexpectedly this summer. Bev, I won't add her full name, was an inspiration to so many and had such a wonderful future ahead of her, a tragic loss. Her family chose Mind as the charity for donations in her memory, and in these exceptional and unusual times, mental well-being has come to the forefront for so many. I am so looking forward to sharing Vlogmas with you. Thank you, Janice. That's a great charity to kick off with. I will very happily go and donate. So today's £10 donation to Mind. I will put the final screenshot of the video. I'll put the receipt each day for the charity so you can see that I've done it. Not that I imagine you think I wouldn't do it, but just so it's there, out there in the world of internet. So yeah, thank you very much for that nomination, Janice. Much appreciated. And as you say, mental health is something that I think I've even talked about at the beginning of this video, haven't I? Very much at the forefront of all of our collective and individual minds this year, for sure. It's that time of day now, it's 4:10, where I could happily go and take off my makeup, have a long hot bath, put on my pyjamas and veg out on the sofa for the rest of the day. And occasionally I have been doing that. Not every day. Some days I force myself to carry on working till around the 5:30, 6 o'clock mark. But I think as with the evenings drawing in as well, it's harder to get that motivation. But feel like today I've lost my recipe that I'm cooking for dinner. I'm cooking a recipe that I haven't cooked for ages and I can't remember it in my head. So I actually I took it out of my recipe file yesterday. There was 2 that I was going to cook this week and I cannot find them anywhere. So I need to go and track that down, have a bit of a tidy up, maybe do another 15 minutes work. There's a couple of little jobs that I just need to get done. And then I think it might be vegging time. Vegging on the sofa time. And we need to talk about TV. This has been a long video today. Vlogmas is not going to be this long every day. I feel like it's just been sort of, there's been a lot to chat about today, I feel like. But yeah, it's not going to be super long videos every day, but I want to talk about TV, so I will come back to you when I've found my recipe, if I find it, and we'll chat TV. 6 o'clock. I've got a chicken, bacon and leek casserole in the oven. I've done some ironing. I've watched an episode of The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Anybody else watching that one? It's a new one for me. Oh, it's a new one anyway, isn't it? It's completely brand new. I think it might be quite good. I started The Real Housewives of Potomac. Is that how you pronounce it? Potomac? And I didn't like that one. That one wasn't for me, so I stopped watching that one after a couple of episodes. But I think this one has got a potential. I think it has, so I'm going to keep watching for the moment and see how I get on with it. Let me know if you're watching that and enjoying it. So, we were going to talk about TV. I want some recommendations for a new series for me and Ashley. We have been watching The Fall. We've just finished The Fall. Thoughts on The Fall? Really liked the first 2 series. The third series, the second half of it was better. I thought it ended well. But the police procedural stuff, I don't want to do any spoilers in case anyone hasn't watched it, so I won't go into massive detail. But just ridiculous, crazy stuff that would never happen in the real world really spoiled the first half of the third series for us. So I would give The Fall probably 7 or 8 out of 10, I think. Maybe closer to 7 because of the third series, but enjoyed it. I think you guys recommended that one to me, so thank you to all the people who recommended that. So yeah, we're looking for something new to watch for me and Ashley together, so any recommendations for that, let me know. I've been watching The Queen's Gambit on what's that on? That's on Netflix, isn't it? And I'm about 4 episodes into that, really liking that, really enjoying that one, highly recommend. You don't have to be a fan of chess or understand chess or anything like that. I don't play chess, to get a lot of enjoyment out of that one. So yeah, really enjoying that one. Haven't yet watched the Crown series, for I kind of don't want to watch. I've always enjoyed the Crown, but I enjoyed the historical aspect of it, because the beginning of it, I wasn't alive when that started, or I was very young, and I found that really interesting. But all the Diana stuff I remember really well, and I believe it doesn't show an awful lot of, it's not historically, I mean obviously it's not historically accurate as fiction, but I'm not sure I actually want to watch it. I will watch it because I've watched all the other series, but not sure I want to watch that one very soon anyway. But yeah, enjoying the Queen's Gambit. So let me know your recommendations for something for me and Ashley to watch. We like all stuff like Mindhunter, Ozark, The Fall, Line of Duty, all of that kind of stuff. So anything like that you think we'd like, let me know. Thank you. Well, this looks very yummy, even if I do say so myself. It's chicken, bacon and leek casserole with, can't remember what they're called, hang on one second. These are from Lidl, baby jacket potatoes with herb and oil dressing, and baby sweet corn and sugar snap, or munch two I think. Yum, get in my belly. It's 24 minutes past 8 and Ashley is watching some, I don't even know what it is because I was just scrolling through my phone sitting in the lounge. We've watched an episode of Below Deck and I have come to get ready for bed. I think I'm going to get into my bed and watch, I don't know, maybe some Queen's Gambit or maybe some YouTube. I'm quite behind on YouTube. I haven't watched an awful lot of YouTube recently. So I might catch up with some of that and then read a little bit of my current book. And an earlyish night, I think, as ever. My makeup's stood up quite well today. It's a long time since I put it on, at least 12 hours, so yeah, it's not looking too bad at all. We managed to get through the first day of Vlogmas, I think, without mentioning Christmas at all whatsoever. So maybe tomorrow we'll chat about Christmas a little bit more, or a little bit. Yes, maybe we'll do that. Anyway, quite enjoyed first day of Vlogmas. That was fun. High point of the day, I think, was my book club Zoom meeting. I really enjoyed it. It was so lovely to put faces to names that I've only seen sort of in the Facebook group or on YouTube comments before, and chatted to some lovely ladies. I really enjoyed that. So yes, thank you very much to those who were involved in that. It made my day. Really enjoyed it. Right, that's enough from me for today. I will see you again tomorrow morning. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this first day of Vlogmas. And don't forget the TV recommendations for me. Thank you very much. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.